Welcome back to Brush Up Your Game, and today, Wave 5's the Dakir. Well, strike the. Wave 5, Dakir. It's a Dakir class, so who knows, maybe someday we'll get the Vulcan prototype. It's a fairly maneuverable ship. I'd say it's the Vulcan equivalent of the Excelsior class. 3 dice, 180 forward arc, 90 rear arc, 9 durability, 3-1, 5-4. Yeah. 26 points. When you initiate an attack against an enemy ship at range 3, gain +1 attack die. I like it. I like the named ability. I've always pretty much liked the named ability. I think it's one of the better Vulcan ships. It's not a generic. It's not a named ability I love, but it's not one that I hate. It has its limitations, but I do think for the most part it's a decent ship ability. Yeah, and crew weapon double tech goes well. There's a lot of good Vulcan tech, and since they're a sub-faction of Federation, having 2 tech slots it's always nice. They benefit from a lot of the shield boosting stuff that Fed have, and hard to go wrong there. Generic's down at 19 points, and that's a nice savings. If you go and follow Spud costing, you kind of end up at a bit of a better place. But the Dakir comes in at 24 points. So it's not quite the same extravagance that it is now, but it's still pricey. Captain Soval is, skill 7 with talent slot for 4 points. It's an okay trade. Nothing. No bargain there. But for an action, target a ship within range 1 to 2, remove a scan or battle station token from beside the target ship, and place an Ox Power token beside your ship. So all you're doing is you're hurting them. You're not helping yourself. And given that you can't guarantee that they're even going to have one of those tokens, Soval feels like an unnecessary benefit. Or a luxury, and that's just a captain I can't really get behind. He is somebody I, for the most part, kind of go, I'm just gonna pass on you until I really need somebody who specifically does this kind of effect. It's not where I'm at. Tavek is a 3 skill 2 point captain who adds a crew upgrade slot to your upgrade bar. That's all he does. If I'm absolutely desperate for a crew upgrade slot, Tavik comes in. That's it. But very few times am I that desperate for a crew slot. Then we have Vulcan High Command. This is a 5-point talent. You add 2 upgrade slots to your upgrade bar. The additional slots may be either crew or tech. The upgrade may only be purchased for a Vulcan Captain on a Vulcan ship. If the Vulcan Captain card is ever removed from your ship, discard this upgrade, and then discard upgrades from your ship one at a time until all your upgrades are supported by your ship's upgrade bar. Which, boy, that's messy, considering slot adders and whatnot. But, anywho, Vulcan High Command. Yeah, good card. Really nice for the slot additions. Especially because it's talent, and talents very rarely add slots. I like it in missions. I've used it to some effect. I don't think it's the best, but I think it's a good card nowadays in mission play. Photonic Weapon is action. You got to have a target lock, or sorry, not action, attack. Have a target lock, spend your target lock, disable this card to perform the 4 die range 2 to 3 attack, and you reroll 1 of your blank results, but you get to fire from your forward or rear firing arcs. I don't love it on the Dakir. I like it on the Navarre class. Or the Surak class, sorry. The Surak class, the small ship. Just because it jumps up on the weapons. There's better weapons. There's new things that came out in the Live Long and Prosper faction pack that, pretty recent. Get those. Or get that pack. Use those. Don't use this. F particle beam. 3 dice. 1 point. Range 1 to 3. Disable the card. Perform the attack. You can only fire this weapon from your rear firing arc. It's a nice coverage shot. There are better weapons out there. But this is 1 point. And it's hard to argue with 1 point to get to cover your rear arc. And I like it. And since it's Vulcan, it works on Fed ships. And it's really hard to go wrong with this card. Then you have Sensor Grid. This is a 5-point tech. Action, discard this card. Target one other friendly ship within range 1 to 3 of your ship. Place a scan token and an auxiliary power token beside your ship and the target ship. If you do so, every cloaked enemy ship that is within range 1 to 2 of your ship must immediately flip its cloak token over to its red side. Meaning, I guess you can target lock them next round. Cards like this just don't help as much as you want them to. I have a tough time justifying 5 points for an action discard. And a couple of auxiliary power tokens. Sure, it's nice to get scan, but that's about it. Auxiliary control room. At any time, meaning the start of a phase, you may disable this card to remove one auxiliary power token from beside your ship. It's nice. There's another card that does it slightly better. It's when the moment you take an aux power token. But this works in conjunction with it, so I kind of like it. Murok, 4-point crew, action. Discard this card, target a ship at range 1 to 2, roll 2 attack dice. For every hit and crit result, disable one active shield on the target ship. If the target ship is cloaked, a hit result flips that ship's cloak token over to its red side. It's like, ooh. So crit does nothing against a cloaked ship. I like that you can disable shields, but your odds are that you do one. And at that point, I'd rather take target lock or battle stations. Either are better, and this is just 4 points that I feel like I'm throwing down the drain. If this was hull damage, if I was able to attack the ship, that would be better. To Paul, when defending, if you have a scan token beside your ship, you may spend that token to reroll up to 2 of your defense dice. I do like additional use for scan tokens. I think that this is a decent card. And she does work continually when defending. If spend to reroll, it works. Question is, are you going to have 2 defense dice? Maybe. But yeah. I do think to Paul probably the... Oh. Well, let's see. Half particle beam is better than T'Pol. Vulcan High Command is maybe better than T'Pol. Dakir, I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. There's okay cards in this pack. It's not amazing, but it's not bad. It's definitely a mission playable pack. Do I get a sense of Vulcan thematicism? No, not really. I think to truly get Vulcan thematicism, you need the Live Long and Prosper faction pack. I think that's where Vulcan thematics truly come in. But this is a start of it. There's the initial inklings of doing more with scan. And some extra crew slots to make it happen. The tech does come in. Vulcan's technologically superior to Federation. Yeah, so I see the initial start of it. All right. Hey, that's it for me. thank you all for watching, and until next time, keep brushing up your game. Take care.